Welcome to our new Shadow Sister healing video. I'm Silva and I'm gonna make you a reading about Maiden Archetype. I have here new drawings made for the Faust. I'm following always this book in these Sunday readings, and I'm recording this reading also Sunday morning, as I will be busy today, and that's why I have this live only 9 o'clock. So you will see this reading before I have my live. But if you wanting to ask up a question, you can ask it later tonight, 9 o'clock Belgium time. Anyway, these are the illustrations now for every pile. I have not pulled so many cards. I want to keep it simple. I want to pull live as well. Today I switched to this binded runes. It doesn't have this kind of text. I want to keep it short. I'm gonna live pull here this kind of binded rule that gives some extra meaning as well. I'm gonna pull here current feelings of your person. Keep it always a love reading. And a couple of words about the Maiden Archetype that we are having here. General for everybody. So I'm gonna use tarot spread that is about inner child healing, but inner child can be also your younger version, and Maiden is usually this kind of teenager stage, Maiden or warrior man. And so identity is very important when you are like that age, and part of it is to remember who we are and why we are here. This is kind of tapping into this kind of youthful dreams spread I'm gonna use. So the spread itself is like star, moon, and sun, talking about the dreams or the potential of that young spirited energy, a kind of free adventurous spirit. What is that star, that dream? Then the shadow, what is kind of like a maiden shadow, we're gonna talk about here a little bit. And then the light. So we have them both. And actually in this third pile, I have them all, a sun and a star and a moon. Who knows what is coming here, but this is having all the spread elements. But we are now journeying through the archetype of Maiden. But when we do journey through the archetypes, we reclaim our power and face all parts of ourselves that are ready for healing, rebirth, and renewal. Doing these shadow readings, I offer you a homecoming to Lost and Forgotten. So this young part of us that is very essential, like a fire in us, can be a sacred in us. It's good to remember that, to empower that. And I'm committed to inspiring each listener of my Shadow Sister Healing to live the most empowered, creative, and authentic life possible. That's why this is also very actual now. But also in the Faust, we are having this young Gretchen that is gonna be a Faust love interest. So there is this young energy there too. In this illustration you see it. And then who is Maiden? If you wanna now remember who you are, but who is this Maiden archetype? The Maiden lives each day as an adventure. Her verve for life is infectious. Her innocence is pure. She is unapologetically passionate. She knows what she believes in, and she stands mountain strong in her personal values. The Maiden is widely creative in her approach to life. Her perspective sees all angles. That is kind of important aspect, that allow yourself to see the all angles. It's very empowering to look long enough, very psychic skill as well. And then, so the Maiden archetype is about reclaiming creativity and restoring authenticity. But the shadow of the Maiden archetype, let's see if it's appear in this reading, but the usual shadow of the Maiden archetype is people-pleasing, avoiding conflict, naivety, impulsiveness, disconnection from intuition, and lack of devotion. So of course, this opposite things you could do to empower it is to commit to something, is to stand still a little bit more, is to not be so naive. But the opposites are kind of true when you're healing this. But shadows are not bad part of us. They are defense mechanisms that are born from wound that was denied light, which can be witnessing, acknowledgement, and compassion that you can have for this bad shadow parts. Witnessing, acknowledgement, and compassion. And this is after initial injury. So something happened that you had to use that kind of defense mechanism, and then you start people pleasing, you start using this kind of tactics to survive. And it's kind of normal. Anyway, let's introduce the pile. So advice card today will be this white light oracle. A little bit light in this reading as I talk about shadow, as well this new deck of mine from Inna Segal, The Secret Language of Your Soul. And yes, I'm gonna pull also this kind of light cards. No light. I have this funny new cat deck here. Maybe I verify with this. As well, I have verified this kind of, what was the name of it, but this this is now the verified deck. So let's introduce the pile. So pile number 1, you have Labyrith from Romania. You have this little fairy showing you magic. There is some witchy card showing possible the maiden shadow. This is also point of selection. Then point of selection is also the shadow aspect of this whole reading. So bottom of the deck we have you left paw print on my heart. There is this golden retriever. And this is a Knight of Cups. As well we have this feather and this kind of Cinderella shoe. And this will be your Faust card from the story. Then pile number 2, we have root chakra. Red jasper, we have this kind of spider. As well the spider is here, double spider. And then we have this kind of witchy couple. And classic tarot, bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. This is the shadow part of your reading. And this will be your card from the Faust. Pile number 3, we have heart chakra. We have here a dragon from the Mumi stories from Finland. We have here this kind of witchy card. And bottom of the deck is Korppi, a crow, which is Page of Sword. And I put also this here, crow as well. Winged stuff, and this will be your card from the Faust stories. So this is a little introduction. What else? I think we start with pile number 1. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. Let's start immediately to read this chapter called Street. There is little chapters for each. Whatever it is here, wanting to tell, this is the illustration. Faust. Margareta is passing by. Faust, my sweet young lady, if I may, I will escort you on your way. Margareta, I'm not a lady and I'm not sweet. I can get home on my own 2 feet. She frees herself and walks on. Faust, by God, but that's a lovely girl. More lovely than I ever met. so virtuous, so decent, yet a touch of sauciness as well. Her lips so red, her cheeks so bright. All my life I'll not forget that sight. It stirred my very heart to see. Her eyes cast shadows, cast down so modesty, and how she put me in my place with so much charm and so much grace. Entered Mephistopheles. Faust. Look, you must get that girl for me. Mephistopheles. Which one? Faust. She's just gone by. Mephistopheles. Oh yes, she's just been making her confession. Her priest gave her full absolution. I sneaked up and was listening. She's a poor innocent little thing, with nothing whatever to confess. I've no power of her, I fear. Faust. Why not? She's past her 14th year. Mephistopheles. Come, this is randy Andy talk. You would leave no flower on its stalk. Pluck every favor, every prize. That's pleased your self-conceit eyes. But some things have to be eschewed. Faust. Now hear me, Dr. Rectitude. Leave out the legal preachment stuff, and let me tell you, either by tonight, that sweet young thing shall lie between my arms, or you and I will have been together long enough. Mephistopheles. Be practical, my dear good sir. I need 2 weeks of sniffing around to find out how to get at her. Faust. 2 weeks? That child? Why, I'll be bound if I had even a day. I'd not need the devil to get my way. Mephistopheles. Well, now you are almost talking French. But with respect, take my advice. Why bustle so to pet the wench? Your pleasure with her will be twice as keen after long preparation and complicated titillation, to make her willing and soft to the touch. In Italian tales you will have read as much. Faust. I've appetite enough without all that. Mephistopheles. But sir, be in doubt. With this fair maid, I tell you plain, it's bound to be a long campaign. We'll not take her by storm. We must use guile to satisfy your lust. Faust. Take me to where my darling lies. Get me some token, some sweet prize. A garter, a kerchief from her breast, something to set my heart at rest. Mephistopheles. To demonstrate my willingness to serve your amorous distress, we'll lose not a moment in a delay. I'll take you to her room this very day. Faust. And shall I see her, have her? Mephistopheles. No, she will be visiting a friend next door. But you will be quite alone, and so in her private ambience you can glow, and gloat on pleasures still in store. Faust. Let's go now. Mephistopheles. We must wait our chance. Faust. I'll take her a present. Get one at once. Exits. Mephistopheles. Presents already, very charming. He will succeed. I know some interesting places. The buried treasures left its traces. I'll reconnoitre. Yes, indeed. Yes, and that was that. So, let's say I kind of put this Mephistopheles as a form of statue here. But what it seemed to me, that's my interpretation, but this whole story of the Faust seemed to be like, this Faust is very narcissistic man, very much. So it is really like just wanting to take something what it sees, like it's like property or something, like it's just not thinking so much of the soul. This is a maiden, very soulful maiden. it's not maybe that's why there's like a polarity here. There's like a very practical mindset to very like soulful, spirited, high spirited. Anyway, I don't know what to make of this. These are nettles and this person is falling into the nettle bush. Maybe it is telling a little bit like you fall from high place, like almost like this Faust here has to be a little bit grounded of what is possible. I think that is here, like sometimes we need to be a little bit more practical and grounded. Even though nettles are very healing, they can be very like a immediately like a very like a burning. It's not good to be haste. Let's say there is this Faust has here like haste to do something. It's not too good. The patience is virtue. There is something about this Maiden Shadow story now that the patience is virtue. And what happens if you are climbing the mountain? Can be a symbol of relationship too. If you climb the mountain in rush, you can fall. You can fall bad. You want to be on the top already. It is like the journey. How you do it that makes it worthwhile, and the memories and all this thing. Anyway, you have also this interesting little pixie here, like this as well. This is your deck. Let's see if we start immediately. I'm gonna pull maybe before we start to pull these cards. Doesn't have to be so long. I'm gonna pull you a rune. Creation. Okay, this is very maiden energy, like to being creative. It's important here. Okay, let's have a light message here. Could be the light in this situation, whatever is you are living. Love life, possibly also. It is I'm focused. Yes, not having distraction. This actually is very maybe focused to read the Bible, but like he's very focused on her, but like it's good to be focused. I mean, they're all kind of focused in a different way. That's like a virtue as well. Actually, being creative, you have to be focused. Like talking about like a sacred space that I'm creating always for this reading. When I'm doing this reading, I'm really here. Like that. That's the goal. And I'm learning from everyone and everything around me. So very youth energy, if we talk about maiden energy, is to always be curious to learn something new. Life is not done so fast. Okay. I think I'm gonna show you already the advice cards before we read them. It's interesting for me to see what themes are coming. So I interpret these cards then right. This will be the, what's it called again? The secret language of the soul for pile number 1. It's coming for here. I feel like even leaving it here, like a little bit like a mystery card. It doesn't have to be open. It's taken as well. This wolf, I will be taking it already, but it doesn't have to be shown. Show it in the end. Ui, it's already showing, but like, okay, wanted to be shown. Okay, it's want to be shown. Let's show it. So this is Karma of Kutuhala. That will be your. This we leave here. Now we do this mini reading, which is to tap into this kind of our inner child is our best muse, and in this case we are talking about like a child of like a young, like a teenager in us. What is that muse? What is a dream there that we can tap into? Is the dream that can kind of ignite the fire? Let's show me the star position. This one, okay. Then show me the shadow. So your maiden shadow is this, and then we are gonna look the light. There's always two sides of the story. Okay. So, okay, I don't take upside down. I'm gonna open them all. See them all. This is the young energy. This is Page of Pentacle. Make your dreams become reality. This fox is looking towards like a North Star. There is the Northern Lights. This is very much like investing into something, like a dream, that it becomes reality. Wow, this is a beautiful thing. This is totally that what I'm looking for. Even the maiden energy is you have this dreamer in you. Wow. But a practical dreamer, because it's a pentacle. It's really investing resources and years of work to something. Like me doing the shadow sister healing, it's like 3 years. Next January is gonna be 4 years already. Let's say 3 years and a half. I'm busy here. Like sometimes it takes years to believe in your dreams. I love this saying. We are all sacred dreamers, dreaming the world into being. And the identity of a dreamer, but a practical dreamer, it is what you can have goals, but you have to have plans to make it happen. And that's here. You are like a big planner of making these dreams come true. And here I'm focused, I'm learning from everyone, and everything around me is also the mentality here. Always keep learning. Having this young spirit learning. This is the positive thing. This kind of muse in you. Practical dreamer. Okay. Then the shadow is spiritual journey. I feel the movement of my heart towards what I love. Positive card in the sense, but this is a letting go. This is maybe to what is this thing? Now I think I read from here, because I wrote here a little bit about the sacred feminine and a bit wisdom of this thing about it. Like it's not always easy to steer this kind of mirror and this kind of energy when you are in the relationship with a person who is having this sacred feminine activated. There is some interesting text. Maybe I read this. This is the shadow anyway. It's the spiritual journey. I think this is something that you are very alone in your path. You got your path, but that spiritual journey needs you to be alone. It's really like this going inwards. But this text behind this card is: you didn't destroy him, you exposed him. Your light revealed every shadow he refused to face. Your truth shattered every lie he built around himself. He didn't reject you, he rejected his own awakening. A sacred woman demands resurrection. She calls truth the God sleeping in broken boys. Yes, I think it is something that not everybody can handle, but you can handle. And you are facing everything. And you are willing to face them, but not everybody are. Your light revealed every shadow he refused to face. So there is something about that. Some journey can be like interrupted, because not everybody are like your travel company. Like if you're adventurers here, even spiritually adventurers, not everybody can handle what you can handle. Something like this is the shadow. Okay, then the light is 3 of Wands. This is usually seeing foresight. To live a life of virtue, match up your thoughts, words, and deeds. Epictetus. The light is the vision. You got it in the sense of even from the beginning. You are like a visionary person. You are practical dreamer, but you make them true. But here you hold the vision. That's the light. Yes. Okay. Then this is one advice card, but let's turn this. Then learn to nurture yourself, become the love you deserve. Oh. Kind of love this stuff that the cat is also on this kind of colors, what is here. The self-love is very important. It is part of your journey to fully love yourself. Then you can love somebody else. Like the self-love is the engine. Okay. Karma of Kutuha, interesting as well. I'm going to take now the current feelings of your person. So file number 1. Current feelings of your person. This. What is here? Wow. Chase McDaniel, The Lost Ones. Mind on fire. You are only sick as your secrets, but it's easy to keep them when you are taught to believe you are weak if they see them. Wow, this is a new song I really loved. Amazing song, Mind on Fire. I get a strange feeling about it. This is totally beautiful. Mind on Fire fits so well to this reading. These dreams, everything is really like in this kind of high mind. There is this saying that our like a higher version of self, a high mind, is never blocked. The brain is blocked, can be blocked, and the heart can never be blocked. But that like clouds in between this kind of higher state of consciousness and heart, they can be like clouded, and you just have to kind of clear the sky. And the mind on fire, you're only sick as your secrets. It's easy to keep them when you are taught to believe you are weak if they see them. I think you keep a lot on your own. This is current feelings of person, but like you keep a lot locked. The shadow indeed is the spiritual journey happens so alone. I feel the movement of my heart towards what I love. You really are centered of this, but something about it is that you are only sick as your secrets. Sometimes it's hard to share that world with others. Okay, current feelings of your person. Magical love potion, intoxicating chemistry, sexuality, heart, alchemy, flowing feelings with bottled feelings, elixir, spirit, pleasure, love bomb. Yes, this is like it's coming here like somebody is really feeling the chemistry. Love potion. Maybe, yeah, you being you is like a magnetic. We have here Feel So Close by Calvin Harris. It's force field. I feel so close to you right now. Meow. Wow. So nice this cat is here and this is meow. Then we have this kind of nice spade symbol. And what is here? As long as we are persistent in our pursuit of our deepest destiny, we will continue to grow. We cannot choose the day or time when we will fully bloom. It happens in its own time. Dennis Whitley. Wow. This is giving a nice kind of compassion about this shadow here. that it's good to be practical dreamer. It's good to be persistent in your pursuit of your deepest destiny. That is the vision you have. And then you will continue to grow. And you cannot choose the day or time when you will fully bloom. It happens on its own time. Accepting that kind of time, it's here. Everything has a time. Accepting kind of that you're part of this kind of natural cycles. You cannot force, like here the Faust was gonna force a little bit this speed up this, like go to her room to sense the air or something. It's gonna happen in the next chapter, but it's like forcing something is never answer. I'm interested now to see what became now the shadow of this deck now. We started with this Knight of Cup that is very romantic dreamer knight. Okay, the shadow became TikTok. The two most powerful warriors are patience and time. So yes, there is something that you feel like you have to fight against time, or the wheels of time. Interesting, church is also having like a clock always, and it's like on top of this is in nice meaning coming here. But there's always things happening. Like for example, I wrote, this is pretty new card. I wrote it because this artist Chase Mandelian made this kind of new record in like released new album in 19th of September. It's called The Lost Ones, and like there's always, I'm learning from everyone and everything around me. There's always something new that people do or release, or like new day, of course. There's always happening things, and life is never like ready, kind of, but you are blooming in your own time. That's like a positive message here. Now I have to read this advice card. How long I'm busy here? It's 30 minutes, not so bad. Oh wow, because there's this cat, I want to verify this shadow a little bit. I want to verify what is this, because this was supposed to be the shadow. It's this one. What more? 6 of Wands. Wow, the cat is still on the travel. That's a nice thing. Oh, thank you, Spirit. It's not just the cats, but 2 mouses are also having this kind of back. But 6 of Wands is very positive. It's a victory card. It's usually like a hero coming home. Person is maybe in the long journey, but there is a victory. So spiritual journey even is hard, even is like in my case, for example, is part of like this shadow readings. Is my sacred space for this kind of spiritual journey. The journey is home. It's worth to do this. Wow, it's so double time. Love to see this synchronicity. There is path to walk. It's interesting. There is one wand, the food is, and one is like a walking stick. They all have like a camping, like a how you say, like a mentality to go to trekking. It is a journey to do. Wow. Okay, let's read now these things. The first, this karma of Kutuhala. Karma. This is kind of karma card too. Wheel of Fortune is a karma card. So it was your shadow. There's something about karma that maybe you have to accept how the time is moving. You have to accept. So your sacred soul passion is powerful enough to shift the state of your inner reality and your outer experience. So commit to what truly ignites your heart and do not be dissuaded by anything or anyone. If you are seeking to make a commitment, do so when it truly connects to your heart. Follow your genuine, meaningful bliss. Know that no matter what appears to be, you shall prevail, you shall arise. Kutuhala is a Sanskrit term that translates as that which excites wonder. Even if it doesn't seem like it will lead us anywhere practical, following our bliss can allow for something beautiful and deeply fulfilling to unfold. We often pursue what is sensible and secure. Yet what could be more appropriate or divinely and delightfully inappropriate than pursuing a path so intoxicating, so fascinating, so utterly mesmerizing to the spirit that no matter what challenges arise, you feel so much love and commitment and passion you shall not turn away. That is the stuff of potential greatness. We might call it being led by our hearts. Kutuhala is permission to do just that. That was the shadow. You have to give the permission to yourself to follow your heart. I feel the movement of my heart towards what I love. Like, don't doubt your heart. That is the key here. And another, I love this reading. It was just 10th of October. Now it's like still the month of October is like 10 or so, but learn to nurture yourself. Become the love you deserve. Are you constantly on the go, giving, even when there is little left to offer? Do you feel drained, empty, and overwhelmed by life? Are you hard on yourself, overly critical, despite knowing that compassion would serve you better? It's time to slow down and give yourself the kind, gentle nurturing that you deserve. If you're always stretching your inner resources to help others, work on receiving love, care, and nurturing from others. To give is easy, to receive requires an open heart and vulnerability that can frighten and alarm those whose hearts have been closed for too long. Opening to love can dredge up deep feeling of inequality and fear. It can reveal the true extent of need and lay bare a history of neglect. You may need to look at your relationships and ask if they are fulfilling or empty. Do they feed you or take from you? Often we stick with what we know instead of striking out to discover new tracks due to apprehension or fear. This card asks you to only give your time and energy to those who give you energy and help you grow. Do you give yourself time and permission to experience intuitive flow, healthful movement, creativity, and artistic expression? If not, you might find comfort and freedom in these activities. Awaken your artistic individuality, refine it, and let it shine. Very line all these cards. And let's leave it to this. And now we move to the pile number 2. Welcome to your reading, pile number 2. You have selected this card. Let's read now about this Faust story. This is a chapter called 11 Evening. A small, well-kept room. Margareta plaiting and binding up her hair. I'd like to find out, I must say, who that gentleman was today. A handsome man, I do admit, and a nobleman by the looks of it. I could tell by something in his eyes, and he wouldn't have had the cheek otherwise. Exit. And Mephistopheles and Faust enter. Mephistopheles. Come in, keep quiet, come, don't delay. Faust after a pause. Leave me alone, please go away. Mephistopheles, taking a look around the room. Very neat and tidy, I must say. Exit. Faust, gazing up and about him. Welcome, sweet twilight, shining dim all through this sanctuary. Now let love's sweet pain, that lives on hope's refreshing dew, seize and consume my heart again. How this whole place breathes deep content and order and tranquility. What riches in this poverty, what happiness in this imprisonment. He sinks into the leather armchair by the bed. Oh, let me rest here long ago. Among their joys and sorrows others sat on you, embraced and welcomed. Oh, how often too round this the grandshire's throne the children clung. My love herself, at Christmas time, a young rosy-cheeked child, glad at some gift, knelt here perhaps and kissed his wrinkled hand so dear. What order, what completeness I am made to sense in these surroundings. It is yours, dear girl, your native spirit that ensures maternal daily care, table neatly laid. The crisp white sand strewed on the floors. O godlike hand, by whose dear skill and love this little hood matches to heavens above and here. He draws aside a curtain from the bed. But fierce joy seizes me. I could stand gazing here forever. Nature, you worked this sweet wonder. Here the inborn angel grew. Through gentle dreams to womanhood, here the child lay, her tender heart full of warm life. Here the pure love, O God, creative forces vow his likeness by the sacred art. And I, what purpose brings me? What profound emotion stirs me? What did I come here to do? Why do I sigh? Poor wretch, am I now Faust or not? Is there some magic hovering round me here? I was resolved, my lust brooked no delay, and now in dreams of love I wilt and melt away. Are we mere playthings of the atmosphere? If she came in this instant, oh my sweet, oh she would punish me. How small the great Don Juan would feel. How he would fall in tears of languor of her feet. Mephistopheles entering. Quick, she's down there. She will be here in any minute. Faust, take me away. I'll never come again. Mephistopheles, here's quite a heavy box with nice things in it. I got it somewhere else. Now then, into her cupboard with it, quick before we're seen. I tell you, when she finds that stuff, she will go out of her mind. I put enough jewelry in there to seduce a queen. A child's child, of course, and play is just a play. Faust, I don't know if I should. Mephistopheles, now what's the fuss about? You would like to keep it for yourself, no doubt. Let me advise you then, Sir Legher Lust, stop wasting the fine time of day, and spare me further tasks. I trust you are not a miser too. I scratch my bait and bite my nails and calculate. He puts the jewel case in the cupboard and locks it up again. Quick, we must go. How am I to please your sweetheart for you, and make her want you and adore you? And now you hesitate, as if this were your lecture room, where in grey professional gloom physics and metaphysics wait. We must go, they leave. Margareta, coming in with a lamp. It's so hot and sultry in here somehow. She opens the window. And yet it is quite cool outside just now. I got a feeling something's wrong. I hope my mother won't be long. It's a sort of scare coming over me. What a silly baby I must be. She begins singing as she undresses. There once was a king of Thule, of the far north land of old. His dying lady he loved so truly, she gave him a cup of gold. There was no thing so dear to the king, and every time he wept, as he drained that cup of each banqueting, so truly his faith he kept. And at last, they say, on his dying day, his kingdom was willed and told, and his son and heir got all his share, but the kings kept the cup of gold. They feasted long with wine and song, and there with his knights sat he, in ancestor hall, in his castle tall, on this cliff high over sea. The old man still drank as his life's flame sank. Then above the waves he stood, and the sacred cup he raised it up, threw it down the raging flood. He watched it fall the distant shore, and sink in waters deep, and never a drop that king drank more, for he'd close his eyes to sleep. Oh my god, I was improvising this music. She opens the cupboard to put her clothes in and sees the jewel case. However did this pretty box get here? I left the cupboard locked. How very queer. Whatever can it be? Perhaps my mother lent some money in it, and it's meant as a security. Oh dear. It got a ribbon with a little key. I think I'll open it just to see. What's this? Oh God in heaven, just look. I never seen such thing before. These jewels would be what a princess wore at the highest feast in the feast day book. I wonder how that necklace would suit me. Whose can these wonderful things be? She puts on some of the jewelry and looks at herself in the glass. If even the earrings were only mine. My, what a difference it makes. We young girls have to learn it takes more than just the beauty. That's all very fine, but everyone just says she's pretty, and they seem to say it out of pity. Gods all they care about goals wanted everywhere. For us poor folk, there's none to spare. So this was the card. Interesting. Air is coming here. I will take now the light card to begin this reading. What is the light in this situation? We're looking into the maiden shadow today. The star, moon, and the sun. This is the light. Is I am present. Wow. She has this present box in her hand, but practically light is to understand that you are present yourself. It's not outside all, it's also inside. Like it's beautiful how you can present to the others, and present of course means like to be present. So you can be really there and listening somebody, that can be present for somebody too, that you are really there. I like to see this, even though number 5 is always meaning change, but this is back to back. Some good theme feeling here. A date possible. Commitment. Okay, root chakra tells me there is like a negative is like a victim and positive is mother. But I think in this case there is a strong mother, because she's really like being protected by this mother. We'll see in the chapter 3, but it is like she's safe with this kind of religion and like a home. This is like it's a good thing for a young person to grow up like this. Spider here, there'll be also like a spider mama and spider baby. I see here. Very feminine symbol, the spider. What can you weave together? It was like a storyteller. She was also singing here. There's something about that. Okay, now let's go to, I'm gonna pull these cards first. Gonna leave this in the end. This, the other pile, I already showed it before. Maybe we show this immediately. Advice for the pile number 2. About the maiden shadow reading. Wow, Sadel. Wow, I love this card. This is really innocent. Very beautiful. I love this card. I have readings of them Inferno. There I have readings with this. I use this deck. This is very beautiful, I know. Definitely some inner powers here. I'm present. It's really like it could be here like I'm present. Wow. Something gifted. Something gifted here. Okay, let's put this a little bit side. We have to take the rune, of course. This is binded rune now. There's just one meaning coming immediately, which is love for a man. Okay, could be fitting here. It's really surrendering for this love. Okay, but now we look this reading. Classic tarot. So first I want to see in this pile number 2 what is the dream. What is the dream of this dream? If you're like a muse, your inner child, your young self, what was the big dream here? Then we have the shadow, what can be casting a shadow, and then we have the light. Light. This light in this situation. I feel like there's 2. Okay. Let's open them all. Okay, interesting cards. The young page energy that we are talking about in the whole maiden reading is here in your light, but here we have the first card. The dream is like a seeing the world, It's almost like this card is always like the grass is greener on the other side, but it's also like choosing, making a choice and taking action for your passion and purpose. But it can be also travel plans. But this is the dreaming to see the world, to really see the world, to explore. I love to see, like, she has the box in her hand and he has the world in her hand. It's like there's something valuable. Experiences here possibly, because it's like this. Your shadow is a death card. So transformation and rebirth. Somebody could have died that you care about a lot, and this kind of sadness and grief can have been very hard for you. Like it has possibly like changed everything. Like you become like this is also like a victim and mother. Like there's something, feel like something is taken away from you. That's a shadow. But that card is transformation, is Scorpio card as well. It is positive in the sense like, of course, the ultimate change, but things can transform to something else. So it's like a passage also. And yes, of course, we all die in the end. It's almost like an illusion here that we are always here. We are not always here. But death of something is beginning of something else. Could be a relationship also that ended. Because this is here and this is 5, is like a change. It could have been like a lost relationship also, but that stirs a change. Something else can come. Something is taken away. Okay, and the light is Page of Swords, very being curious, almost like showing already here. And the moon, which was this position, but the moon is like a hidden and secret and mysterious, but sometimes it is the sacred space where things are happening. I have written in this card actually one sentence. Beautiful thing about this: the sun has hugged me in my darkest days. The moon has listened to all my secrets. So allowing this kind of sacred space is light. That sometimes you need that to recover and coming even stronger. But this is like a curious page. So the light is having a rebirth of completely like knowing that what excites you. It's like some ideas or whatever, like a very fresh, like a wind is blowing when the change is coming, and then in that change, it's a good lot of depth also. Can be secrets and stuff, but you want to tap into those secrets even. You're like you're not afraid after this. You're not afraid of anything. You're willing to tap even of the, like I sometimes like to do readings, like who killed somebody, or look, who is the devil of this world. Like you got, thanks to these experiences, it could be the shadow that you faced. It was very hard. You got just more curious to actually live your life. You know, there is like a limitation to this life, limitation to where you can go, but there is a lot to explore while you are here. And maybe sometimes the secrets are very very exciting to discover, even with your mind. Okay, there's something about, there's also love for a man here going on. So whatever is this means. Okay, we can verify a little bit. Here we have this story of like a somebody is in the room. Okay, let's see. What was this card? 35. Explore your feminine aspects. Flow with life. Okay, it's very much like this feminine thing here too. I feel like I need to verify something here. I want to verify this death card because it's such a heavy card. Maybe I need this here. Let's verify this death card. What I can learn from this shadow. Ace of Wands. So actually this whole reading started from the Ace of Wands. Just put this deck away, but the shadow side of this reading was in the beginning. I'm gonna take this card here to show you because it was, I told you in the beginning, like when something is bottom of the deck, it's a shadow side of the reading. And now it comes to verify what this shadow is. And it's this. And this was already showed as a shadow side of this reading. So new beginnings, new passion and purpose. It can be hard to know, like you have to start from the beginning. This is already like a planning and going forward, while it's like 2, then you get back to the 1. That is like you thought it was easy to conquer this world. It was easy to do something, and then you are turned back to the basics with the death card. Like it is something that you have felt like your travel has been kind of hampered, like in the sense like you're back into to remember why you are maybe doing something, but it's a healthy thing to know. And then your purpose is definitely more like the failure is not bad. You start again, and you can learn from those lessons, from those endings. And here you have to start again. Maybe many times you have to start again because something was not working at the first time. But the light is that you are learning a lot, and you're not afraid of tackling all kinds of secrets and hidden mysteries. Okay, interesting. So what should I read first? I cannot take the current feelings of a person still. Current feelings of a person, pile number 2. Okay. Levels of consciousness, levels of clarity, understanding, consciously intense in love. The source is simple and single, but it gives a infinite. You are the source. Happy and joy, peaceful, happiness, heartfelt relationship, sunshine, light, emotional fulfillment. Wow. They feel this, and what is it? There has to be polarity in a relationship. Lean into feeling. This is triggering me right now. What is trying to teach me? Feelings are messengers like crows. Rooster and the hen, and then the crows flying around. Really the lesson is important to learn, to not do it again. It's almost like this message from the universe, like you have to go back to the beginning when you have not learned something. It's almost like some game where you're catapulted back to the start. That was the shadow. But it's not negative. It's just that you get more chances to try. And then maybe it gets very, very well. Get better at practicing. Okay, Volva of Sage 30. Still going. Where are you here? So advice, by number 2. Your inner spiritual power can heal circumstances in your life and our world in ways greater than you realize. Journey within to gain clarity and conscious redirection of your inner energies toward what you wish to manifest. Do not try to control what is happening. Instead, work to bring positive influence to bear so that you may contribute constructively toward shaping the outcome for the greatest good. From the Norse traditions of Scandinavia comes the sorcery of Seder, the practice of cracking open an egg in order to read and also shape the future. The egg is a symbol of infinite, divine potential and the beginning of new life. Seidr is a mysterious soothsaying or visionary practice which also involves shamanic healing to divine an appropriate pathway through times of trouble and communal strife. Through prayer, chant, and binding magic, as well as visionary practices in an altered state, all of which are supported by focused collective intention, a powerful healing takes place. The appearance of this oracle indicates that your soul talents, whatever they may be, can be of influence in the world. If you dedicate yourself to personal development for the greater good, you can contribute to the spiritual evolution of humanity. Wow. It is really showing kind of this here. While the page energy was the maiden energy, warrior energy we are talking about, you can tackle some shadows of this world and secrets and possible liberate even with your gifts. But I think it's really about able to communicate, able to research, able to think out of the box. That's your gift. On a present, your gift is looking into those harder spots. Moments of victim, moments suffering. And something is here also about loving a man. Anyway, explore your feminine aspect is here. Men and women both have that, so it doesn't have to be just man might have to also look into this to be whole and integrated. Flow with life. We all have feminine and masculine aspects within us. Yeah, I said that already in this book. To foster well-being and overall health, it is vital that our sensitive, intuitive, creative feminine side is allowed to grow and express itself. Your feminine facet asks that you get to know yourself from the inside out. Actually, moon energy is a yin energy. This is almost like giving direct words to this. Explore your feminine aspects, flow with life. Yin energy. You have to explore that. That is the key. This is very masculine energy, this once. Almost like forcing something. But you have to flow with the life. Your feminine facet asks that you get to know yourself from inside out. With feminine wisdom as your guide, you discover the path to the higher knowledge most aligned with you. You learn compassion, forgiveness, and a deeper connection with yourself and others. The feminine is a state of flow, exploration. It's already showing here. Then here. Sacredness and divinity. You connect to this part of yourself when you slow down, allow yourself to let go of control and become more spontaneous, inspired, artistic, fun, and joyful. Your feminine side asks that you take time to smell the roses, appreciate the beauty of nature, explore and develop your inner life. Dance, flow, paint, swim, knit, explore, meditate. Do things that are creative, unstructured, and draw out different colors of your inner being in a vibrant splash of paint. How many different aspects of yourself can you get to know and express? Is there a sensitive, wild, innocent, vibrant, sensual, or confident part of you that has yet to be discovered? When you're exploring a vibrant new color for you, notice how you feel, dress, move, and talk. Empower your feminine aspects and become beautiful canvas of many colors. I forgot that there is a text behind this. Let's see what was behind in this card. I put here some interesting text related to kind of this maiden archetype. Some men pray for a sacred woman, but when she is before them, wild, unbroken, divine, they recoil in terror. Not because she is flawed, but because she is the mirror they spent lifetimes avoiding. Her presence says, die to who you were, be reborn, and cowards run from the rebirth. Wow, this is here. So Divine Feminine presence says to you, die to who you were, be reborn, and cowards run from rebirth. So the light is really not to be coward, not to be afraid of anything. That's why you needed this. It was to strengthen your, sharpen your blade, this hardship. It's like heroes are made in a fight. Some people die, but if you're still here, you made it. You made it this far, and you're gonna go further with the flow. And you have something gift to give to people also here. You're here. Okay, so this was your reading, pile number 2. I hope you liked it. If you do, give me a like. Let's move forward. Welcome to your reading, pile number 3. You have selected this card. And I'm gonna read the Faust story immediately. So, this is your Fiji card. A promenade. Faust, walking up and down, deep in thought, entered Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles, by the banks of despised love, by the fires of hell, I wish I knew something worse to curse it as well. Faust, whatever's the matter, you do look odd. What's a sore face for a fine day? Mephistopheles, may the devil take me, I would say, if I weren't the devil myself, by God. Faust, are you right in the head? Excuse me if I smile, these rages aren't your usual style. Mephistopheles, just think, those jewels for Gretchen that I got. Yes, they call the Margarita now Gretchen, like little Margarita Gretchen. A priest has been and swiped the lot. Her mother took one look, and hey, she had the horror straight away. That woman's got a good nose all right, snuffling her prayer book day and night, with any commodity she can tell profane from sacred by the smell. And as for those jewels, she knew soon enough. There was something unholy about the stuff. My child, she exclaimed, ill-gotten wealth poisons one's spiritual health. To God's blessed mother it must be given, and she will reward us with manna from heaven. How Meg's face fell. Poor little minx, it's a gift horse after all, she thinks, and whoever so kindly brought it, how can there be anything godless about such a man? Ma sends for the priest, and he, by glory, has no sooner heard their little story, and studied the spoils with great delight, than he says, dear ladies, you are quite right. Who resists the tempter shall gain a crown. The church can digest all manner of meat. It's never been known to overeat, although it has gulped whole empires down. Holy Church stomach alone can take ill-gotten goods without stomachache. Faust, it's common many a king and Jew has a well-filled belly of that kind too. Mephistopheles, so he sweeps every ring and chain and brooch as if they were peanuts into his pouch. Takes it no less for granted indeed than if it were all just chicken feed. Promises them celestial reward and leaves them thanking the blessed Lord. Faust and Gretchen. Mephistopheles sitting there all of a ditter, doesn't know what to do or why or whether. Can't get the jewels out of her mind, or the gentleman who had been so kind. Faust, I can't bear my darling to be sad. Get another lot for her. The one she had weren't all that remarkable anyway. Mephistopheles, oh indeed, for my lord it's mere child's play. Faust, do as I tell you. One thing more. Get to know that friend of hers next door. Do something devil. Stir your feet and get some jewels for my sweet. Mephistopheles, with pleasure, sir, whatever you say. Exit Faust. He just like all the lovesick fools I know. To please their darlings they would blow the sun and moon and stars at one go. And exit. Yes. There was a nice saying, because I have here the sun, moon, and the star. And here the last sentence is like, where was it? He's just like all lovesick fools I know. To please their darlings, they would blow the sun and moon and stars out at one go. Interesting crow energy here. This exactly is it's kind of connected to Pile2 a little bit, because the same card is a page of sword. Curious. In this case, crow is like flying from underworld to the upper world, and like able to be the messenger. What is this? Heart chakra. Don't act or fake the love, be the true lover. What is that? I know there's something written behind this. I'm going to read this immediately. So here was, for example, said, the sun has hugged me in my darkest days. The moon has listened to all my secrets. And when we talk about healing, we often focus on the pain passed down through unspoken struggles. But healing isn't just about what broke us, it's about remembering what kept us alive. Within your bloodline lies resilience, wisdom, intuition, creativity, and strength. Your ancestors gave you more than wounds. They also handed you gifts. These are blessings that have always been yours to carry forward. Gifts that carry forward. It's kind of interesting here. There's also this kind of understanding, like so much come from your inner light. You find not just the light outside of you, but the star inside of you. Now when looking in this reading, actually, this kind of dream star position is like possible to your the best muse is our inner child, but also can be this inner teenager. I'm gonna give you the light message immediately. Okay, it came immediately. I'm creative. Okay, the creativity is here. Let's start doing this. No, I have to give this advice card a little bit more. The other piles I already showed. The white light oracle is good because we look a little bit dark. We know immediately what it is. 36, telepathy of Terra Mother. So interesting. And this I can leave here. This will be like a mystery card in the end. Pile number 3, what is this one? Okay. So now I start to do this 3-card spread. It's very simple. Very simple indeed. Stories are sometimes quite long. I have this book here if I need to consult it, but first we look this kind of dream position. Of the maiden dream. Okay, somehow there's 2. Then we have the shadow, moon position, maybe some secret, it's hard. Then we have the light. Thank you. Let's open all this. Big cards, wow. Big things are happening here. These were together. Okay, pile number 3. Ah, the dragon is really on top of the dragon now. Wow. So we have here the cover card of this whole book and deck. Dead card. Dream of transformation and rebirth, and then the Queen of Pentacles, being a good wife. Being a good guardian of the forest even. Interesting. This is the dream. I have a feeling this is something that your dream is not, it has not started with you. It has started with the ancestors who have died. This text that I read here, the cold feeling when I think about it, like this is really like that. When we talk about healing, we often focus on the pain passed down through unspoken struggles. But healing isn't just about what broke us, it's about remembering what kept us alive. Within your bloodline lies resilience, wisdom, intuition, creativity, and strength. The creativity is even here. It's in your bloodline. Like it is inherited in your DNA. It was meant to be that you are what you are. And your ancestors gave you more than wounds. They also handed you gifts. These are blessings that has always been yours to carry forward. Like you are carrying forward as somebody's sacrifice. That is the dream. You are coming after them as like a really person to continue the legacy. It's like a transformating to this. You're the next generation. Beautiful. You're like a torch to carry. You have the light to carry. The healing part. Then we have the very alchemist card, the hangman here, as the shadow. So this was the Seppo Ilmarinen that was, no, was it not Seppo, was it? Maybe. But the Väinämöinen, the wizard, was competing with this person, and it was like a thinking that can a lot and couldn't as much as this wise wizard, and was like a sink into the swamp. And then while he was sinking, he promised his sister to marry the old wizard. So he was like in the bad situation, got in the kind of like swampy grounds, and then was kind of willing to kind of sell their own sister. So that's the shadow. You've been in some weak spot. But hangman is also time pass a lot. You have to just hang, kind of be sacrificed, being in the state of like you start to see from the different angles. Maybe I have to read that story here because we have to understand that shadow. This is now the shadow. Wow, this came from here. I press it. It's a hangman. Competing to sing. It was Joukahainen, the person. So the Väinämöinen wizard put this Joukahainen man very tough space because was challenging the old wizard. The pride of this Joukahainen stopped him to give up easily. And then he made this old wizard mad, who was then singing to sink in this swamp. And then he was in this kind of dead end situation, and there was no way out, or felt like that. And then he started to give his property to this Väinämöinen to spare his life. The old wizard already had everything what he needed, and the earthly material was not interesting. But only when Joukahainen was promising something that the man didn't had, like the young sister, then the wizard let this man go. But the Joukahainen was acting irresponsibly, promising to this wizard something that was not his. Like you cannot like own a person. It's like a human trafficking shadow here. So then the responsibility went to this innocent Aino sister, and she would actually drown herself later because she didn't want to be married to this old man. It's very, very hard stuff. If you have to be always right, pätemisen tarve tai huomiohakuisuus voi olla merkki huonosta itsetunnosta. You don't have a good self-confidence if you always have to be there to say the last word. And somebody who is weaker can also be upset of somebody's success and get jealous. And that shows us the weaker person start to push down the stronger one and make it smaller, so she would look bigger. So competing or comparing is not very fruitful interaction. There is an old Finnish saying that says, kateus vie kalatkin vedestä, vihaa viljan vainiolta. Like the jealousy take even the fishes from the lake, from the water, and the crops from the field. So there is some jealousy. Maybe you being you have been faced this kind of comparing energy, or you have even compared yourself to others, but like that is indeed the identity work. You have to understand like you are good as you are. We all have a purpose here. It's a different journey for each of us. It's not to compare, but you should not promise something that you can't keep, kind of. There was also this: the sun has hugged me in my darkest days. The moon has listened to all my secrets. Anyway, the light is this dragon, which is beautiful completion of the project. 10 of Wands. This is like somebody is putting all the stick on fire to complete the project. Maybe the journey is sometimes hard. You feel like you're thinking, you're comparing even to others. You are like having had this kind of difficult conversation with people or situations that they're putting you down because they want to be up. Even you are here for shining. You're here for showing who you are. Then somebody see you as a competition. They don't like that. I'm gonna read about this dragon because the dragon was coming twice, so it must be meaningful. Let's see, this is still going. So the dragon, willing to fight, creative power, spiritual richness, bravery, overcoming the shadows or winning the shadows, getting free from fears, very strong inner fire, brave warrior, and new conqueror. This is really showing in this card. It's like you become a dragon. There is this Eastern philosophy saying like dragons are like wise people, like the wizards. Like it is even here, this kind of wizardy person. Like you, this is whole journey is becoming a dragon. Understanding this kind of dragon power. Maybe some part is like telepathy of Terra Mater is part of it. But dragons are existing in different parts of the world in different ways, in many cultures. They are part of the monster stories and world that the mortal could not go without getting harmed. In the stories, the dragons are living in a very difficult, like mountain holes and places like a kind of like other world or underworld, and they are guarding the treasures in those kind of gloomy places. It was like if you touch the treasure, it was like you get in danger. There is a story that the dragons were bad and greedy people, that when they got old, they would not give the property to their relatives. They would rather bury the treasures in the ground. And then they died and turned to the dragons, that they could still guard the treasure. It's a saying that the treasure and the dragon are sinking year after year deeper to the ground until they are disappear forever. Interesting terra mater is also here. There's some interesting deep ground stuff going on here. I think it's really this ancestor thing. The light is some kind of inheritance. Anyway, the conclusion of this card is, and this is your light, is that the dragon represents bravery and strength. You are like a warrior, and the maiden a warrior, like a man and warrior, the woman maiden. So it's fitting very well to this reading. So the warrior is handling every kind of danger and challenge. You believe in yourself and your abilities, and you are protecting your treasures even very raivokkaasti tarpeen vaatisi, like in a very strong way when it's needed. The life and situation can koetella eri tavoin, like you can put in the test in many ways in your life, but you don't give up and you fight forward against any kind of forces, and you will get through. You are not here to do compromise, and you are not here to be led by others. You are fighting your way as a winner. You are in for victory. The fight can take your powers, but the treasure is yours. And in the end, you can say that it was all worth the fight. That's the light. Don't give up. And you should not lay on the fire. To lay there, you have to go forward. Up and up again and again, and stronger and stronger. Okay, let's see now this advice card. This is 8. Transform all situation into new possibilities. Let go of the past and become the present. Wow, these are beautiful cards. Maybe immediately now is fitting to this kind of very reddish dragon power. I read that immediately. So point number 3. It's time to examine beliefs from your childhood that no longer serve you. Perhaps a parent or caregiver always worried or had set ideas about how a household should be run. They may have worked long hours or been absent. You may have grown up around substance abuse, violence, emotional volatility, or illness. How did your childhood experience impact you and color your inner life? You may feel stuck or limited because of what happened to you as a child. Consider how the people you grew up with thought about money, success, or relationships. Ask yourself whether these beliefs serve you or hold you back. Are you being true to yourself, or are you holding onto a job, relationship, or perspective because of what was taught you as a child? You cannot welcome the new while you are clinging to something old. You're being asked to summon the courage to confront and transform a behavior or way of thinking into something that is right for you. As you let go of the old patterns of judgment, control, and fear, expansive possibilities arise. They will lead you down the path of letting go. If you have been experiencing digestive issues or distress, you may even experience a literal letting go as you move through this process of healing and rebalance. Through the process of letting go of what no longer serves you may be uncomfortable, it will lead you into greater freedom and harmony. Expansive possibilities await you. And now I see I forgot to give the current feelings of person. Let's have that still. So we have the White Light Oracle. Current feelings of person, pile number 3. And I think something else is missing too. There is like the rune. Didn't put the rune on the table. This is a rune for you, pile number 3. It's love. Wow. Remember the love, because the event heart chakra is here. How much power true love can give you. Okay, then we have here also current feelings of a person, love message, I miss you, connection, expressing true feelings, getting closer, written love language, heartfelt truth. Yes, there are different love language, and somebody feel loved when it's written down, when it's written. This is true. This is the way to express, is to write it down. What can I do today to make my dreams come true? Don't be afraid to do mistakes, they teach you. Page of Cups. This is like actually very, again, the Maiden warrior energy. Dreaming, emotional page. But what can I do today to make my dreams come true? There's really like setting this kind of plan. Person see that there is possible to do something about it, not just have everything in the air. And Gone with the Sin by him. My baby, how beautiful you are, my darling, completely torn apart. You are gone with the sin, my baby, and beautiful you are. Oh, there's again this kind of love letter here. Crow. Some deep messages, deep truths. Wow, something beautiful about words, how you can express things. Now I'm gonna read this one more thing, and then we end this whole reading. Telepathy of Terra Mater. The pathway for your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally, following up on inspired ideas and allowing you unexpected shifts in direction are integral in the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good to the heart. This is nice that the heart chakra is here completely, and is like commit to the idea that feels good to your heart. Even it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. Earth Mother, or Terra Mother in Latin, is so much more than a physical being. She is also goddess of great spiritual development, not to mention creative, like pisas. As a masterful practitioner of artful evolution, she creates butterflies from caterpillars, massive oak trees from marvelous odd little acorns, and radiant soul from the flesh of a human infused with eternal spirit. Her mind-bending skill in the miraculous magic of evolutionary manifestation can be relied upon to evoke far greater sublime beauty and rapturous delight than even the most inspired human imagination can conjure. As a sacred feminine being, she knows how to nurture the essence of all beings into fulfillment. She knows what your soul is divinely intended to become and what you need to meet your destiny. She has the resources and wisdom to support each soul in such a way that there is a benefit for all beings. This is applied genius of ecosystem intelligence. It is the antithesis of the lone wolf mentality of the ego and the heartwarming, spiritually empowering reality that none of us is in this alone. We can learn to feel held in this unity consciousness, understanding that we have our own special role in the greater scheme of things. This will likely involve a process of healing past wounds of abandonment, neglect, and betrayal. Such healing allows us to gently cleanse the heart and settle into life with more trust and peace. We will understand that as we fulfill our own heart, we are contributing toward the fulfillment of all hearts. We will recognize at a deep intuitive cellular level that our soul fulfillment is never just about us individuals. Whenever there is a genuine spiritual win, every being's benefit. Egos may not like it. They may feel jealous or denied, and will likely whinge and whine. There's really this jealousy on the same line. It's like you shining triggers some people. Anyway, keep on. And perhaps try to undermine your spiritual progress by labeling your work as selfish or dilute or irrelevant. That is what egos do. Best to note it, have compassion for it, then ignore it and get on with your sacred task. The Oracle of Telepathy of Terra Mater comes to you with the guidance that Earth Mother knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose. Because, of course, that is why you are here in body. She is on the side of your soul, of all souls, actual, because whilst ego may be at war, the soul is always on the same side, that of love, evolution, and enlightenment. This is really Terra Mater too. This was like the dream as well. The ways of Terra Mater are the ways of the divine feminine creatrix. Creative, this is totally that. Wow. Listen carefully, Pile3. This is totally this. The ways of Terra Mother are the ways of divine feminine creatrix. She knows how to shape your life path to avoid pitfalls and provide you with all you need to know and experience, so you are prepared for your next steps. She consistently nurtures the soul through the most improbable evolutionary leaps. One only has to contemplate the existence of butterfly and how it becomes as such to know that logic and the predictable are not often her creative markers. She prefers the astonishing over the rational. What does this mean? Don't let your intellect stifle your imagination. Trust in the inspired idea, unconventional guidance, and heart-honoring intuitions that occur to you. Earth Mother will heal your soul and speak to your heart through the telepathic transmitter of your body. Take time to tune into your body and to her guiding genius. Wow, and it's also showing here this kind of like a bigger energy around you, and you are like keeping your compass, your higher self, aligned. And the journey goes on. Your inner fire is burning. Like this light here is also like completing task, doing what you came here to do. And maybe you came here also to love this earth. You came to love this earth. New life was born from the dead. Okay, so this is your reading. I hope you liked it. I feel like I give one more verified card for this Hanged Man. The shadow of this High Priestess. Okay. To be this kind of intuitive person, to really tap into the mysteries and the other side. Kind of, this is also like a place where somebody sinks into swamp. There's like a passage. Something about the shadow is like a portal, a doorway. It's just a shifting to a new thing, from light to dark. To light is something like this. High Priestess is a very like a guidance again. There is a guidance, and you have to be tuned to that guidance. Can be the nature, love, heart. The heart is here in the same line. Grow, like you are divinely guided. High Priestess is really like knowing that you are not here alone. You are like safely guided. Oh,